Every other fear not in Joshua came before the clash, when swords were drawn and hearts trembled. But this one is different.
Fear not. Hold fast to the Lord.
For the Lord has driven out before you great and mighty nations. No one has been able to stand against you to this day. One man of you shall chase 1,000 for the Lord your...
All my life, I have watched the Lord fight for us. At the Jordan, when the river rose like a wall, he held back the waters. At Jericho, the sound of his breath leveled the stones. At Ai, even...
Leaders of Israel, hear me. Look at what the Lord has done. He split the sea before you. He tore down the walls of mighty cities. He held the sun in the sky. He gave you fields and families, not one said. But as for you, no man has been able to stand before you to this day. Not one. From every nation, every army, every coalition, none stood when the Lord fought for Israel.
For the Lord has driven out from before you great and mighty nations, nations with walls, with horses, with chariots, with giants, and he drove every single one of them out. That's the track record. The track record is the argument.
One man of you shall chase 1,000, not 2 to 1, not 10 to 1. 1 plus God, it's a majority, and every enemy knows it.
One man of you shall chase 1,000, not 2 to 1, not 10 to 1. 1 plus God is a majority.
For the Lord your God, he it is that fighteth for you, not your strength, not your numbers. Him, he didn't just fight once, he fights right now, in this moment, still.
As he has promised you. God's track record isn't luck. It isn't coincidence. Every victory was promised. Every enemy was driven out. What God promised, he performed.
Listen, Israel, your history with God is your weapon against future fear. Every time you remember what God did before, every Jericho that fell, every Red Sea that parted, every eye that was recovered, every 5 kings that were defeated.
Scripture says, one man of you shall put 1,000 to flight. Alone he stands. But when 2 believe together, 10,000 run. Faith doesn't add, it multiplies. Trust.
Fear says, what if God doesn't show up this time? Memory answers, remember what he did in Egypt. Remember how he fed you in the wilderness. Remember the day he brought you through the Jordan. Not
1,000 to 1. The mathematics of faith are completely different from the mathematics of fear. Fear counts the enemy and feels outnumbered. Faith counts God and realizes the enemy is outnumbered.
2 believers standing together, 10,000 enemies flee. Because faith isn't additive, it's exponential. Every time you join the Fear Not community and stand in faith, the spiritual math.
Look what God did. Look at the track record. Look at what one person plus God equals. This isn't a promise about the future. It's a testimony about the past. And that testimony becomes the foundation for